Welcome back to my channel, and today we will be talking about sponsorships, how to deal with them, what to do, what not to do when you get approached by a brand. And I'm talking about micro YouTubers over here, YouTubers like me who have less than 5,000 subscribers, because these are the people who are easy targets for scams. So if you are someone who has a large following or has the experience of doing a sponsored video, I think this video is not for you. But for someone who has received the much awaited first email of a sponsored request, this is what you go about it. It is especially very important for smaller channels to be aware, because if we do not have a manager or people who can do things for us, check things for us also, we are still so small that we cannot afford to get into the legal complications of hiring a lawyer and getting a contract signed and all that. So what all precautions you have to take when you do a sponsored video, we'll be talking about that. So we will be dividing this video into three parts, that is pre-production, production and post-production, right? The pre-production is the most difficult and complicated part of all. So it will be a little lengthy. Production and post-production are not that complicated. So without wasting much time, let's get into it. So the pre-production again is divided into three things: the authentication, the negotiation and the terms and condition and deadlines, right? So first we will be going into authentication. When you receive an email, what is it that you have to do to ensure that the email that you have received is genuine and not a scam? First of all, when you receive the email, your basic instinct will tell you if this email looks genuine or not. An email that does not give you any concrete information on what they want to do, or they're giving you a number to contact them, it is likely a scam. So, just don't fall for it. A company that is approaching you for a sponsored video will tell you in the first email itself that what is it that they expect from you, or will give you a brief outline. So if you receive a very vague email where the email is not addressed properly, there are grammatical errors, so these are certain red flags that you can make out. The most important out of them is that if the email is vague, it is not telling you what the product is or what is it that they want you to do, just ignore it. That brings us to the next step. So you've read the email, you think that okay, this seems to be legit. So what are you going to do next? So in all probability, whenever a brand approaches you, they give you a link to their website to check them out. Never ever click on that link. Because if it's a genuine brand, yes, the link is going to be okay. But because you are not sure if the brand or the person who has approached you is actually a genuine person or a scamster, so do not click on that link. Instead, go to Google and just write the name of the brand and open their website. Do not even type in the address that they have sent you. Why I'm saying this is because sometimes people give you a link to a proxy site. Now this site will look like the original site, but it is really not. So the first thing you have to do is Google the brand, Google the company, and only click on that website. So when you click on that website, you are going to find the support or contact us option. Now here you have to send an email to them asking them that I have received so and so email from so and so person requesting to do a product review. I want to make sure that if this person who has approached me is a team member or a scamster. That is all you have to inquire. Within 24 to 48 hours, they will send a reply. So if the person is genuine, they will tell you that yes, this person is our team member or our marketing collaborator. You can go ahead and discuss it with him. And if it's not, then also they will tell you that no, we have not been sending any emails. We have not approached you. That is the sure short way to find out if the email that you have received is authentic or not. So authentication check. What do we do next? Next, we come to negotiation. And yes, while negotiating or while communicating with any brand, please do not use your channel email ID. In fact, I have mentioned this before also in one of my videos, that the email ID that you mention as a contact option on your YouTube channel should not be your channel email ID. You should create an email ID solely for this purpose, for business inquiries, for communications, and use only that email. Then we are going to discuss the deliverables. That is, what is it that you will offer? Do you want to do a dedicated video, or you want to give a shout out? What is it that is expected from you? What will you be getting in return? So when we come to payments and asking for compensation, I would suggest that do not make the first offer. Ask them what is it that they are willing to offer. Why I'm saying this is that because you are being approached by a brand for the first time, there are high chances of you undervaluing your content. It is not a situation you want to be in, and there are also chances of you overvaluing yourself, and you might lose that brand sponsorship altogether, because there are a lot of people they will be approaching to do this particular segment, right? Because you are in that particular category of micro influencer right now. It is not that they are fixed upon you. So you do not want to either undervalue yourself or overvalue yourself. So wait for them to make the first offer. Always keep in mind, never do a sponsored video for free. There are a lot of companies and brands that will tell you that it will be good for your channel, it will give you a lot of reach. Do not do it. Some brands might not have the budget to pay you, and the harsh reality is that they do not want to pay a micro influencer. So in that case, they will be willing to maybe give you a free product or something of that sort. Always ask for compensation, because a lot of time, effort and planning goes into it, right? Never do it for free, believing then that you will get good exposure. No. And also the word will spread around and brands will start approaching you, but only for free work. So do not be in that situation. So finally, when all the negotiations have been done, make an email or make a document stating all these things that have been agreed upon point-wise, and send it to the brand asking them for their confirmation. So they will confirm that yes, this is what has been agreed upon. Next we come to the third part, that is setting up a deadline. You have to agree on a deadline that when you will submit a video for review, and always try to keep a gap of at least 10 to 15 days between submitting your video for review and finally uploading that video. Sometimes the brand will not like certain parts of your videos, so they will want that edited. You have to keep all those things in mind. So always keep a gap of 10 to 15 days between submitting a video for review and finally uploading it on your channel. So that is all for pre-production. Now we come to the next part, that is production. Production basically involves, shooting the video, editing the video and submitting it for review. But the important part over here is how to submit that video for review. Do not hand over the video file directly to the brand that this is what I have shot and give your opinion. You have to upload that video on your YouTube channel as an unlisted video and then share the link with the brand. Why you have to do this is because then nobody will misuse your video. So if they share that video with somebody, it is through your own channel only. So you are not making a video and handing it to someone on a silver platter and then they can completely block you out. So if you're sharing a video, it is through your own channel. But what if they take a screen recording and then share it? I have a solution for that also. When you submit your video, select the watermark and put it in a prominent place. If you have like a talking head video, put it on your face, put the watermark on your face, so that if somebody tries to copy it, the watermark is there, or if somebody tries to edit it also, to blur it out, the prominent part of your video will get blurred out. So it is very difficult to recover that kind of a video. And yes, while submitting the video, you can mention it to the brand that I will remove this watermark. I will change the position of the watermark once the video is approved. Once the production is done, we move to the post-production. But before that, if you enjoy this video, do hit the like button so that this video reaches more and more people. So now we come to post-production. You have submitted your video has been reviewed, your video has been approved. What do you do then? After that, if there are any commitments pending from the side of the brand, make sure that you clear all of them before your video goes live. So if there is any payments to be made, make sure you receive that payment before the video goes live, because after the video goes live, there is nothing you can do. And if there is something of the sort that will come into effect once the video goes live, like if you are hosting a giveaway, in that situation, resend that terms and condition letter stating that the video will be going live on at this and this time. These are the conditions that were agreed upon. And do not post the video till you get a confirmation on that email. So it is just a way of reconfirming everything before your video goes live, and it is done. Your video is now live. You have your first sponsored video, and I'm telling you, the feeling is out of the world. It is out of the world. As soon as you launch your first sponsored video, I can guarantee that you will be approached by a lot of other brands, provided that you give a good quality video. So if it's your first sponsored video, make sure that you put your heart and soul into it, because it is setting up your channel for a brighter and bigger future. So that is it for the sponsored videos. In the meantime, here are a couple of videos from my channel that you might like.